What's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's been a real crazy couple of hours, man, I swear. If you weren't already aware, Falcom had their annual shareholders meeting last night. At these meetings, they usually show off a trailer for whatever game is set to release the following year. Last year, they announced Kano Kaseki, the year before was East 10, and so on. So what exactly got shown off this year?
Oh wait,
Wait,
oh my god,
what
he
happened,
just
what
tweeted, he's still set up for Nintendo Switch Spring 2025.
Wait, there's no shot. Oh my fucking god, they're doing it. Oh my fucking god, they're doing it. They're doing it.
Remake it a second time? Did he remake it a second time? Did he remake it a second time?
There's no way we get so set up before 7, bro. What the fuck?
DLC?
This is a DLC?
Oh my!
Oh my fucking god! Oh my fucking god!
Oh yo! Wait, they got some Tears of the Kingdom shit in here.
Wait.
They got surfing.
What am I looking at? What am I looking at? It's the fucking DLC for an East game. What the fuck?
No, I think this is like literally like East 10 Royal.
This is a bro. This is a genuine moment in history. This has never happened before. We've never seen no shit like this before.
Yeah, it got a bit insane last night. They showed off way more stuff than what I was expecting. I woke up the next morning and had to make sure none of that was a dream. A ton of info about Falcom's next games for 2025 dropped. But considering that I'm, you know, the East guy, this first video I'm making is gonna be focused on the East side of the announcements. And yes, I said announcements. There was more than one. To be honest, I wasn't expecting anything East related to be talked about. I pretty much told myself that I probably wouldn't see anything East related until like 2026, but man, I've never been so happy to be wrong. We've got a good amount of stuff to go over, so enough with the intro. Let's get straight to it. Okay, to start things off, let's go over the lesser of the two announcements from last night. Don't get me wrong though, it's still pretty major. East Memories of Celceta is coming to Switch in spring 2025. This was something I wasn't expecting at all. I figured that if we got another East game on Switch, there's no way it wouldn't be East 7. Either way though, this is a completely unexpected yet very welcome announcement, especially considering we're just about to get the Oath and Felghana remaster over here next month. I really wonder if this Switch version of Celceta is going to be a straight port of the original game, or if they're putting Celceta Kai on Switch, which is a different version that recently got put on Steam this year by CLE. Or, hear me out, what if they're giving Celceta the Oath and Felghana treatment? A remaster with enhanced visuals, new art, and all that. Maybe they even fix that ending, or is that asking for too much? Honestly though, a remaster might just be a bit too optimistic of a thought to have, especially as of right now. We genuinely don't know anything about this port, or remaster, or whatever it ends up being. We just know that Celceta is coming to Switch next spring. I swear man, Celceta was genuinely the last game I was expecting to come up last night, and the way they just casually dropped it next to everything else was low-key really funny. Just like, oh yeah, here's a Switch port. No trailer though. See you later. It's real crazy out there. Now that Celceta is coming to Switch, you gotta wonder what other ports Falcom has planned for East. Although there's really only like two ways this could go. They either port East 7 after this to have every party system game on Switch, or they port East 6 and have every Napishtim engine game on Switch. I'd be completely fine with either, to be honest, but I can't lie. Playing East 7 on my Switch would be hella cool. There's also a chance they go ahead and finally put 1 and 2 Chronicles on Switch. I've got no idea how they haven't done that yet. It seems like such an obvious thing to do. I'm sure they'll get around to it eventually though. I mean, soon enough, we'll probably end up having every East game playable on Switch. That would just be insane. And speaking of stuff that's insane, it's time to talk about the big one, the main announcement from last night. Well, the main announcement for me, anyways. I'll talk about the new Sky remake trailer in the next video, I promise. Now, what was this other announcement, you ask? East 10 Proud Nordics, seemingly a significant re-release of East 10 with, and I quote, a new story, a new setting, and a new plot. Dude, Falcom is doing re-releases now. Atlas better count their days. I'm telling you, man, seeing this get announced last night genuinely almost made me crash out. It had me losing my mind at 11 p.m. on a school night. It was crazy. After the announcement of Celceta coming to Switch, I really thought that's all the East related stuff we was getting, and I was completely fine with that. Belgana and Celceta on Switch for 2025? That's all I needed to hear. But no, Falcom really hit the
My magic is never giving up.
This is a real, genuine, honest to God moment in history for not only East, but for Falcom as a whole. I don't think they've ever done an actual re-release of an East game like this. Sure, in the past there's been multiple versions of games and games coming out for multiple platforms over time, but this is something completely different. This is genuinely the first time where Falcom is straight up releasing the game a second time with even more content. And when I say more content, I really mean it. If it's enough to warrant not an update, not DLC, but releasing the entire game again, this has got to be some real life-changing stuff that's being added. Unfortunately, there's not too much to go off of right now, but thanks to the website and the Noisy Pixel article, we have just a bit more info to dive into. First off, they call Pride a significant upgrade over base East 10. That's not a word you can just be throwing around lightly. Although, considering this is a re-release and not just DLC, I don't doubt Falcom about the scope of the new stuff that's being added. Hopefully though, even if this is a re-release, they just let you upgrade to the new version. Cause like, we just got the game in English mere months ago at this point. This new content has to be some crazy 30 extra hours of game or something like that. Next, the setting where this new content happens. The new story stuff takes place on Oland Island, which is located to the north of Obelia Gulf. Now, you know what's really insane? This isn't some completely new place they're adding just for Pride. Oland Island is actually in the base game. You see it really early on too. If you go a bit past Terminal Island, you'll eventually come across this massive stretch of land. In fact, Karja says it's the second, if not the largest island in Obelia Gulf. The perfect place for a brand new adventure, if you ask me. Back when I first played East 10, I just knew there was no way we wouldn't end up going there to explore. It was way too massive for it to just be there for no reason. Granted, you can't actually get there in the base game. Part just says that there's no place to dock a ship, so you can't actually go there. That makes me wonder how they even end up on Oland Island in the first place. Well, knowing Adol, he probably shipwrecked. Now, the Noisy Pixel article also mentions that there's new ruins and obstacles to be found in Oland Island. And based on the screenshots, you can definitely see some differences. These cube things, whatever they are, were definitely not in the base game. It also mentions new mana actions. What those could be though, we don't know. But what I really want to speak on is this one specific line. Encounters with a new mana user, furthering the story. If this means what I think it means, Adol and Karja are probably going to come across some person who's been living on Oland Island for who knows how long. This new character, whoever they end up being, could also end up being playable if they really are a mana user. On one hand, I kinda doubt that they'd let you play as someone other than Adol or Karja, considering how much the core gameplay revolves around their synergy thanks to the mana cuffs. But on the other hand, a new playable character is like the perfect new thing to add to justify a re-release, especially if that new character ends up being anywhere near as cool as Karja is. There's also a few more things to talk about. Apparently, Falcom is adding a racing mode to the game involving Mana Ride, which sounds really cool, on top of some kind of arena battle mode, where you can either fight against multiple waves of enemies or complete specific challenges. It feels like Falcom is really trying their best to add a bunch of cool stuff to justify re-releasing the game, and low-key, I'm here for it. It's still crazy to think Falcom is doing this only months after the English version of East 10 came out. Granted, the original game came out in 2023, but still. This re-release, along with the really sudden announcement of Celceta on Switch, makes me wonder what exactly they've got going on. Maybe they're doing this so they'll have more time to work on the East 5 remake? Kinda doubt it, but honestly, A guy's got a dream. Anyways, that's pretty much all I have to say. I swear, man, these sudden announcements really caught me by surprise, but I appreciate them nonetheless. I know this video was probably a bit all over the place, but truth be told, I don't normally make videos randomly in the middle of the week, so the script is really all over the place. I was literally writing the script for this video on my phone while I was at school. It gets real serious out here. Anyways, that's all for me. If you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.